Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. I am so excited to talk to you about DIY branding. Today I'm going to walk you through how to go on Pinterest to get all of your inspiration and turn it into your mood board and pick out your color palette for starting the process of DIY branding. So the first thing I'm going to do is go right onto Pinterest. I've already set up an inspiration board, but I want to show you some of the key terms that I like to use when I am searching. And these are also the key terms that I have my branding clients use when they are creating inspiration for me to use when I am designing their brands. So right off the bat, I see something that I like. So I'm going to just go ahead and grab that and save it really quick to my DIY design brand inspiration board. And then I'm going to start searching. So I want to search script fonts. And one thing to remember is that the fonts that we're going to search script fonts, and then we're also going to search serif and sans serif so that I can show you the difference between the two. But it's important to keep in mind that the fonts that you're searching are going to be fonts that are used for inspiration only. Just because a font looks awesome in the words that is written on Pinterest, it does not mean that this font is going to look awesome when your name or your business name is written with this font. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, it absolutely has to be this font or I will die, because it happens very often that the particular font that you might fall in love with, like Loveburn, might just look awful when you write your name or your business name in it because of the way that the letters fall. So I'm going to pin a couple of fonts. That one's already pinned. So I'm going to see if I can find some other fonts that inspire me and my style. And when you go through and do this, you'll do the same thing. So you'll look and you'll see what catches your eye. Now, when you're doing your Pinterest inspiration board, I don't want you to even think for 1 minute about what you think your ideal client wants to see. This is 100% about you, what you love, what inspires you, what resonates with you, and what speaks to your personality, because your brand is all about you. You are your brand, and your brand is really just a way for people to get a glimpse into your personality and what it would be like to work with you, and what your style is like and what your personality is like before they ever even talk to you or hire you. So if you were to create a brand that doesn't match you as a person and your personality and the way that you interact with your clients, then there is going to be a big disconnect, and your clients are going to end up being confused and unhappy, and they are in reality what you may imagine to be your ideal clients, but really they're not going to be your ideal clients, because they're going to be ending up getting something that is not what they expected and not what they wanted. So make sure that you are true to you and brand yourself, so that your real true clients, which is to say the clients that want to work with you, are the ones that are drawn to you. All right, so that's enough script fonts for now. A few other things that you want to look at are, you can type in serif font just to see what serif fonts look like. Serif fonts are the ones that have all the accents on the ends of the letters. You can see them all around. Sans serif fonts are clean fonts, and they do not have those, which is my personal preference. But everybody has their own unique style. Denver is a beautiful sans serif, very clean font typeface, and so that's a great sans serif font. And that is basically the difference between serif and sans serif. So your designer is probably going to want to know what your preference is, because in general, you're going to choose both a script font and either a serif or a sans serif. And then you're going to get into colors, textures, and patterns. So you can choose to search for teal color, and then you just look through and you look at all of the things and you just pin things that you think are absolutely beautiful. And you pin the things that you are drawn to. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a room. It doesn't matter if it's a flower. It doesn't matter if it's food. It really doesn't matter. It's whatever your eye is drawn to, whatever makes it feel like, oh my God, I love this. This is my style 100%, and this resonates with me, because those are the things that are going to really build a brand that is unique to you. And that is the ultimate goal, is to really get something that speaks to you and is unique for you. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to another color. I'm going to pick turquoise. Oh, how pretty. So many pretty things. You can just pin for days and days and days. I tell my clients to try to pin a minimum of 50. It's really not a problem to pin too much, but if you do pin too little, then that can turn into a problem and not be enough inspiration for you to turn it into a full-blown brand. So too little can be a problem. Too much, generally, I have never seen too many pins become a problem. You also want to look into some textures. So if you like gold, if you like glitter, if you like rose gold, or if you like gold foil, or you like geometric patterns, these are all things that can be searched. This is a very nice pattern here. So going back up to the top, I can search copper. I like this. This is very pretty. It's copper and geometric, which are both things that I do feel myself get drawn to. I have a slight obsession with desk accessories and Target, so I do like that. And you can just look through and see what you can find that matches your style, your personality, and things that work well with you. And just pin away, pin, 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 pin. Then what you want to do is maybe look up some geometric patterns, or whatever kind of patterns you like. If you like quatrefoil patterns, if you like floral patterns, if you like polka dots, if you like stripes. So let's see, if we just search pattern, let's see what we get with pattern. We get all kinds of things. We get florals, we get shapes, all kinds of things. This is a pretty one. Bobby pins, how cute is that? So depending on what you like, these are the kinds of things that you want to search. You can search just, if you don't know what kind of patterns you like, just type in patterns. This is just literally just patterns, and it's bringing up all kinds of patterns. You can put polka dots, you can put stripes, you can put geometrics, you can put Zentangle, which is kind of like the adult coloring books. And you can find what you like there. You can put gold foil. And you can see there's a lot of different styles of gold foil. Some are shinier, some are darker, some are brighter, some are more orangey, some are more yellowy. So it's helpful for your designer. And if you're doing it for yourself, it's helpful for you to decide, what shade, how shiny. Do you like it more glittery? Do you like it more subtle? Do you like it to be, more, this one isn't very yellowy at all, whereas this one is. So there's lots of different options. And, of course, there's rose gold. Then, of course, there's silver foil as well. So you can search all of these different terms to find, exactly what suits you. Another thing that I love to have my clients search for is quotes. So if you have a specific quote that you know that you love, you can type in your actual specific quote. If you don't, you can search for inspirational quotes, and you can just say, okay, let me look. Find yourself and be that. That's a great quote. Or you can look through and find one that you really resonate with. And once you do, pin it. It's important because it will help really putting words along with the colors and the imageries and the patterns and the textures really helps to solidify that personality and that brand and that message. It puts it all together. Some days you just have to create your own sunshine. It's a beautiful quote as well. So everybody's different. So everybody's going to have their own version. And once you do, what you want to do is go back. I've already pinned a whole bunch of things to my DIY design brand inspiration board that I'm using for this video. And so let's just look at this real quick. I searched terms like patterns, quotes. I searched for teal, turquoise, emerald, rose gold, copper, geometric patterns, script fonts. Let's see, what else did I search for? I searched for mermaids. I searched for chartreuse. And I think that is all I searched for. Okay, so let's just take a quick peek and see if there's anything I want to grab. I'm going to grab this image real quick. So what I do is I save image, save it to my desktop, close out of that, and then I want to take this one, right click, save image. Let's take this, save image. And that is pretty much all we need for now. So one thing I need to do is with this image that I have saved, it needs to be cropped because I don't want those circles in my graphics. So on a Mac, I can just open it up with preview. I can select the area, and then I can easily just, under this toolbox, hit crop and save. And that's done. I'm going to create an Instagram post because it's a nice square image size. I'm going to go to Elements, Grids. I'm going to choose a grid that has 8 squares because it's a nice amount of images. There's one that I like in particular. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. So with this one, I'm going to then click on Uploads, and I'm going to start dragging my particular elements into the squares where I want them to be. Let's see here. Perfect. So let me download this. Save it. And then I want to go back to Canvas homepage. Let's see, what size was that Instagram post? It was 1080 by 1080. So I'm going to use custom dimensions, and I'm going to do 1180 by, no, height I'm going to do 1080, and my height I'm going to do 1180. So that it's tall enough to add my colors, but not wider. Well, that doesn't really make sense, but there we go. Get it right in the middle. And then now what I want to do is over here, I want to click on Elements. I'm going to click on Shapes, and I want to click on, I'm just going to click on the square. I'm going to resize it way small so that it will fit in my space here. And as you're moving it around, that blue perforated line will line up and let you know that you do have it even. And then I'm going to copy and paste it. And see, now I can see that it's even. And I'm going to copy and paste it again. And I actually only want 4. So I'm just going to make them wider. And it tells you how wide you're making it. So I can see that I'm making these 225. And we'll see if that is a good enough number. I may need to adjust in order for them all to fit. I think 225 is not going to be wide enough for them to take up the full space. It's not. So let's try 270. Or 260 maybe. $260 works pretty good. Cool. So now I get to take and pick my colors. And for that, I use Firefox Developer Edition. Let me bring my screen down so you can see what I'm doing up here. Firefox Developer Edition has developer's tools, and under this wrench I have an eyedropper. And so the first color I want to select, I want to pick a dark teal color. So I'm going to look through and select a color from one of the graphics, and then I'm going to pick here and add a document color. And then of course I can adjust it if I want to make it lighter or darker. That looks pretty good to me for now. I may adjust it more later. For this one, I'm going to grab my eyedropper again, and I'm going to try to grab a more turquoisey color. This one looks pretty good. So I'm going to add another document color and paste it there. And then for this one, I am going to once again grab my eyedropper and grab a chartreuse color right from her beautiful hair. And then for this, I need to go back to my uploads and see if I can get my copper in here. I need to crop it though to fit this box. All right, I like it. And there we have a gorgeous mood board. I'm going to select everything and just bump it up about one notch to give a little bit more of the white border on the bottom. And I'm going to download it. If you use your eyedropper tool, you can see that your hex code is 0E3F56, and for this it's 239998 and BECD2F. So those are colors, you can actually figure out and discover what your colors are, and you can, use them, and you can use different elements for your branding. And you can see that we pulled the copper and from here to pull into the branding, and somehow I wasn't even really intending to use my colors, but these are actually almost identical to my personal brand colors for She's a Geek. I guess I really do tend to pull from things that inspire me. So even when I'm making up a fake brand, I still go for the things that draw my attention, and those are absolutely my colors, even when I'm not trying to brand for myself. So this is a simple way to create a inspiration board on Pinterest and turn it into a professional looking mood board. Choose your color palette and be ready to continue on to create your brand, which is absolutely the very next step. And you will continue to use your Pinterest board for references, because of course you have patterns, textures, and fonts on there as well to look back at and get a good idea of the style for your brand in general. So it's all encompassing, and It's basically everything you need to get started on your visual branding journey. And I hope you have fun creating your brand mood board and inspiration Pinterest board. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.